Welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas. We bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. You know, there's tons going on in video games, entertainment, and tech. That's why I put my underoos on. Let's get started with the rundown. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is in the house. Marvel has released the latest trailer for the Avengers Civil War. It features all the heroes and villains you could ever want, including a first look at one that we've been waiting to see in their cinematic universe for a very long time. Let's take a look.
I was wrong about you. The whole world was wrong about you. They're coming for you.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
This doesn't have to end in a fight, Tony. You just started a war. Stay down. Final warning. I could do this all day.
All right, I've run out of patience. Underoos!
Hey, everyone.
As you can see, the Avengers Civil War features the one and only Spider-Man, who is finally able to appear with his fellow Avengers thanks to a deal between Sony and Marvel. This new version of Spidey, played by 19-year-old British actor Tom Holland, will get his own movie next year. Other iconic characters set to appear in the Avengers Civil War include Iron Man, Black Widow, Falcon, Ant-Man, War Machine, Crossbones, Bucky Barnes, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Black Panther. And because that's not enough, it looks like Captain America will even get a brief cameo. The Avengers Civil War lands in theaters on May 6th.
We need to be put in check.
Dead Island 2 is rising from the grave. The beleaguered zombie game has been taken over by Little Big Planet 3 developer Sumo Digital, and they're now working on it with franchise publisher Deep Silver. Sumo has a history of working with established franchises like Dead Island, and they say they've already been making good progress with the new game. This puts Dead Island 2 back on track after some big hurdles. It was first announced at E3 2014 and was being made by Spec Ops The Line studio Yager Development. Deep Silver ended their relationship with the studio last year, and the future of the game has been uncertain until now. Hopefully, Sumo Digital can breathe new life into it. There's still no release date for Dead Island 2, but expect more details soon. Netflix is taking on old school Hollywood in an even bigger way. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the streaming giant plans to produce a cop thriller film starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton, which will reunite them with Suicide Squad director David Ayer. The deal hasn't been finalized, but if it does go through, it will easily be the most ambitious feature film undertaking for Netflix yet. Their previous efforts were limited to a few indie films and documentaries, and technically an Adam Sandler movie, but we don't think Adam Sandler movies really count. Hollywood, and more importantly, traditional Hollywood distributors have been very reluctant to embrace new rivals like Netflix, insisting on at least 3 months of exclusivity in theaters before films are streamed online. The fact that Netflix is cutting them out and producing bigger and bigger movies of their own is sure to make them even angrier. And Hollywood has no trouble finding recognized properties to turn into movies. Variety reports that Vancouver natives Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are set to produce a Where's Waldo film. Yup, a movie based on the books where you look at big pictures and try to find an elusive traveler in a red and white striped shirt. The live-action film has been in development for several years, and despite the fact that the books seem a little light on story, they've already been adapted into a cartoon show and several video games. It will still be difficult to capture Waldo's complicated psyche and nuanced characterization on screen, so we wish Rogen and Goldberg the best of luck. How much do you want to bet they cast James Franco as Waldo? The Force Awakens star Daisy Ridley has raided her fair share of Star Destroyers, and now she might be raiding some tombs. Deadline reports that Ridley is in negotiations to play Lara Croft in the upcoming big screen reboot of the Tomb Raider franchise. The site stresses that the talks are still in the very early stages, so there's no guarantee that she'll end up taking the role. If she does, it means Tomb Raider would have to make sure its shooting schedule doesn't interfere with Star Wars Episodes 8 and 9. If we can interject a brief piece of editorial commentary, we think Daisy Ridley would be a freaking awesome Lara Croft in every imaginable way. Let's hope this news turns out to be true. The new Tomb Raider movie will be a fresh start for the series and is expected to borrow many elements from the 2013 game. That's it for the rundown today. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow.
You might need this.
Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.